Welcome back. We're back with Denny Edwards and Scott Dupree to talk about some things to look forward to here in our area. Let me go to you, Denny. What are some of the prospects for tourism coming up in the near future?
Well, I got to tell you, we are extremely excited about the fall. I'll start with concert season first of all. I think a lot of people have been desperately looking forward to live music, and our concert season is extremely full and getting fuller. We've got Walnut Creek, Red Hat Amphitheater, even PNC Arena, Cocoa Booth. They're scheduling concerts 2 or 3 a week. Really beginning in July all the way through November. So if you think about a lot of those touring acts had to postpone in 21. Some were already scheduled to begin in 22, or in 20, and then some were beginning to already schedule for 21. So you have 2 seasons that they're trying to pack into 1 year. So the concert season is going to be incredible. So we're really looking forward to that. But I think too, particularly for our residents, but as well as our visitors, our festivals and events are coming back. We have GalaxyCon, which if you're into Comic-Con at all, is a big event coming in late July at the Raleigh Convention Center, and then Boogaloo and Hopscotch is coming back. And then in October, you have the Bluegrass Festival, and certainly the State Fair and Art Explosion. So some really great events that we have really become accustomed to having here are now returning this fall. So very, very excited about the fall season with festivals, concerts. We were very excited to get Bluegrass Festival to return. We had to go virtual last year, so to be able to bring that back at full capacity is going to be very exciting. So a lot of good things on the horizon for sure.
Oh, I'm sure our viewers are excited just at the prospect of being able to get out and enjoy this. Sports,
okay. So Denny's all excited about the fall, as he should be, because there's so much happening here. It's hard to keep up with all of it. Yep. But for sports, which as you know was completely devastated by, just devastated by the pandemic, sports is getting back up and running a little bit quicker, a little bit sooner, I should say. We did have an isolated event or 2 over the course of the past year, such as ACC men's and women's soccer and the Showcase Series, which is a huge soccer event, and some USA baseball events that were isolated during the year, but mainly it was a shutdown. But the pickup for us has started back now just in the month of May. And our first big event was the Triangle Volleyball Club hosted the City of Oaks youth volleyball tournament with about 120 teams in early May at the Convention Center. And that was a really good test case for our community and the Convention Center and our downtown hospitality industry to be prepared to host an event again after a long time off. And they did a marvelous job. The folks at the Convention Center just knocked it out of the park. That event came off successfully. Then also in May, a big one for us and a golden opportunity was we had the opportunity with the town of Cary and our office and the University of North Carolina to host the NCAA Soccer National Championships for both the men and the women. And this was 84 teams that came here for 3 weeks and determined the national championships for men and women's college soccer. And it went off in an amazing fashion. The NCAA reached out to us and asked us, can you host this? We're only doing it because of COVID. We want to bring all the teams together, play everybody together for safety reasons. And over the course of 3 weeks, it generated 11,400 hotel room nights, about $4.6 million in visitor spending, and it also went off safely, most importantly. And we crowned 2 national championships. So to me, that was the return of sports. And now as we look ahead into June, now things are getting almost back to normal. Coming up in the next few weeks, coming up this Saturday, in fact, and if your viewers love baseball, I would highly encourage this. We're hosting, starting Saturday for the next 8 days, the NCAA Division II Baseball World Series. A lot of your viewers may be familiar with the Division I World Series in Omaha. Well, Cary is the Omaha of Division II out at USA Baseball in the National Training Complex. So 8 teams are coming this week. Admission is free. Games are every day from Saturday to Saturday if your viewers are baseball fans or want to just get out on a pretty day and watch sports, because sports is back. Another good example is a first ever event. Major League Baseball is having their entry draft combine in advance of the Major League Baseball draft, which is in July. A lot of your viewers may know that the NFL has a combine every year in Indianapolis. Well, now, for the first time ever, Major League Baseball is having a combine, and it's going to be in Cary, of all places, because of USA Baseball, the National Training Center, And all the competition will be out at USA Baseball. They'll be doing a lot of medical assessments downtown at the convention center, but it's the top 200 high school and college prospects in baseball are coming here for 8 days to be analyzed and evaluated and assessed in advance of the draft. And there will be games at USA Baseball as well that is free admission for visitors. And then the final event I'd like to mention is the State Games of North Carolina. Runs on many weekends throughout June and July, but this is good to note in terms of economic development. We're bringing in 13,000 youth from all over the state, all 100 counties. They'll play 30 different sports, and it'll generate about $6 million of visitor spending. And this is a big one. I mean, this is like an Olympic-style event, 30 sports, multiple venues all over Wake County, also some in Durham, and they'll be here throughout June and July. And it's the State Games of the Body Armor State Games of North Carolina. So those are 3 examples, and there are many more, but 3 examples of that sports is really back now and back in full swing here. It's pretty much starting right now.
Okay, I might be asking a dumb question, but we're coming off a year of not normal. Are we back to normal then as far as these venues, or are you still in between? How are you addressing that?
I would say the meetings and conventions is probably going to be the slowest market to return. A lot of your conventions had to cancel all the way through 2021. We feel good about 22 and beyond. And what the conventions that are still taking place this year, they're seeing attendance drop a little bit, and there are still some people that are a little hesitant to still attend an in-person convention. So I think the meetings and convention market, we still have probably a good 6 to 8 months before we fully recovered. Certainly sports is back, and I think as soon as we get these events and festivals and concerts back, we're going to see that leisure market rebounding almost back to normal.
And Bill, I would just add that I believe sports is essentially back fully, maybe not 100%, but essentially so. And even though it's mostly fully back, what's not back to normal, as you said, is the way they're conducted, because now there's a lot more protocols and planning and cleaning and things like ticketless entry, and so it's different, but it's back basically all the way.
Oh, that's great news. Yeah. Just quickly, because there's a long list of events, what's the best way for our viewers to find out what's going on and when?
Well, I always encourage people, we have a great website that is updated daily. It's called visitraleigh.com. So if you have friends and relatives that you want to, that are coming to visit, you're figuring out what there is to do that particular week or weekend, always go to that website. It's a very accurate, up-to-date. It's a great resource for any of our residents.
Gentlemen, thank you so much. Very excited for what's coming up. It's great to be back.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hey, and thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed today's show. And if you have any questions or you'd like to know more, visit our websites at RaleighCW.com and myrdctv.com. I'm Bill LeMay, and thank you for watching Community Matters. And we'll see you next week.